Alrighty, welcome back to Weenie Trades. So in this video, I'm going to be giving a Saturday technical analysis of PLTR. So I'm going to be talking about what PLTR did, what it is doing, and what it can do. I've been getting a lot of questions about PLTR. It's super funny. We even have this meme here in the Weenie Trades Discord chat. We have the meme section. We got this. I think it's just hilarious. You can enjoy this nice, good picture of this meme. But PLTR, I've been getting a lot of questions about it, so let's get into it. So what PLTR did, PLTR IPO'd, initial public offering, started off at about $10 a share, and as most IPOs do, they tend to drop. So PLTR just dropped about 10% down to $8.90. But look, PLTR, once it started to get above that initial IPO price, the IPO high, look what happened to PLTR. We started to slowly kind of come up. Volume starts to increase. So if we look at our volume, that means the eyes, the attention, and it's starting to get more attention. They're starting to go up, and boom, we started to get bull flags galore. So PLTR, once it broke above the IPO price on high volume, that's where PLTR really started to take off. So we just had a ton of bull flags. As I was saying, we moved up, we went sideways. It was in a few weekly game plans, so shout out if you caught those weekly game plans. But PLTR, we can duplicate this bull flag extension. There's tons of different buy prices on PLTR in the past. Right over here, over the initial IPO high, right there at about 1178. Could have bought this bull flag breakout at above 17. And look, we just kept doing bull flags. We just moved up, the impulsive move up, went sideways, and we just kept on going up. Then PLTR did an equilibrium price. So let's clear the drawing set. Equilibrium, we kind of did like a triangle pattern type of deal. We're making lower highs. At the same time, we're making higher lows. So there's your lower highs getting connected. Here's your higher lows. One way is going to break. PLTR could have broken out if it would have broke this $29.40, $30 a share level, but instead PLTR actually broke down. So short term, PLTR continued to sell off once it started to break down out of that triangle pattern. But later, PLTR started to prove itself. We went through an equilibrium. If you go ahead and watch the equilibriums video, I'll link that in the description. We put in a low at 22.55, and we put in a little short-term top. We sold off from that. We put in a higher low. We kind of put in another top at about that 27 level, and we put in another higher low, and then boom, we had this nice good bull break. I think this is a Reddit squeeze, big Reddit breakout. So boom, right there, nice good move up on PLTR all the way up to $45 a share. So that's kind of what happened. So let's talk about the future. So earnings are on, be careful, earnings are on the February 16th. So earnings, we can expect a few different things. If we go over to the trade tab, we can see the option chain, and the options market generally tells you a rough idea of what can happen to PLTR. So right over here, this is the implied volatility, and we can see the expected move. So PLTR, see how this says plus or minus $6.13. So PLTR is expected to move higher or lower by $6.13. Let's just call it $6. So let's mark those areas. So we're right about 32. That would be at about 38. So PLTR is expected to go up to 38, or $6 lower. That would be about $26 a share. So $26 a share is lower. Ironically, these are some resistances and some important supports. So if PLTR moves outside of that move, we can get a decent breakout. If PLTR moves more than $6 on the upside, we could break out to the upside. If PLTR moves more than $6 to the downside, we could get a break to the downside, because that's where people are going to start hedging. They're going to start hedging off their deltas, their positive deltas, negative deltas. Lots of talk about deltas here at Weenie Trades. So PLTR, let's talk about what's really good for the medium term. So medium term, I want it to be above the most recent touched resistance, about 29.45. So if we talk about the most recently touched resistance, that's going to be 29.45. So that's right at kind of about here. So see how we kind of hit our head right here, sold off, hit our head, sold off, hit our head, sold off. Then we got above it. Look, it became support at that point in time, 29.50, and we rocket ride it up. So that medium term is going to be an important level to hold above. So I'm going to make that nice and medium width. And then long term, I really like that it needs to stay above this most recent big breakup candle low. And that's this candle right here on this day. That's where the volume was super high. So a lot of people could have been getting in on PLTR at those prices. So that breakup candle low is right about here at about 29.70, 29.50, call it. I'll make that really big. So medium term, PLTR is good above this level, and long term, it's good above 25, give or take. So based on that, if we double check the options chain again, the probability that PLTR is in the money at these different strike prices, 31.50, it's over 51%. But on the top side, it's only a 31. So what the option chain is basically saying, based on the skew of the option chain, there might be pricing in a sell-off on earnings. There might be some underlying risks about PLTR that we might not know about. So be careful holding into earnings. I'm going to be waiting till after earnings to trade PLTR and have a heavier size in PLTR. So my long-term price target on PLTR is approximately $240 a share. They're a really innovative company. So, but to be able to achieve that $240 a share within about 5 years, you're going to have to go through some ups and downs. For example, I talked about Square when it was about $80 a share, how my target is about $300 a share. So $80 a share, that's down here. My target is about $300 a share. Well, SQ had some ups and downs along that way. Now, PLTR might not have as nice of an uptrend as Square did, but it's to show that there's move downs, moves up. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. So we're going to have to, if you're going to target that long-term price target of PLTR, you're going to have to deal with some short-term downside. PLTR did sell off a little bit more than I would have liked it to last week. So let's be careful on PLTR and let's let it wiggle out, maybe go through a little bit more consolidation, put in some higher lows, and then we can get the breakout. Otherwise, if PLTR starts to really break down, it may not be the company that we think it is. So just got to be constantly adapting and evolving. So hopefully this is a really good analysis for you on PLTR. You can see the long-term price trends of PLTR and what you can potentially expect forward after earnings. So Weenie Trades course coming out. We're working on the Weenie Trades course. We're expanding this. Tons of content that I'm adding. So get hyped for that. It's super exciting. There's going to be giveaways, discounts, other great deals, all the marketing stuff that you love. So be sure to stay tuned. Like if you enjoyed the analysis, and subscribe to learn how to trade and watch me trade live at Weenie Trades Live. And leaving on that note, thanks for tuning in. See ya.